Students, in this video, I'm going to discuss Picard's method and Euler's method. So first I'm going to discuss Picard's method. So Picard's method means problem is to solve this problem. This differential equation dy by dx is equal to f of xy subjected to the initial condition y at x naught is equal to y naught. In this y naught, in subscript here we have 0. But we can also rewrite this as y at 0 in superscript. Here is subscript, here is superscript. Okay. So this is number 1. Now integrating this equation between the limits x0 and x. X is the variable limit. However, x0 is the fixed limit, initial point, this initial point. And the corresponding limits are basically y0 and y. For x0 we have limit y0. For this x, variable limit x, we are having the variable value of y denoted by y. So here when you are integrating here and here, so in the right hand side, since we are differentiating this with respect to x, that's why here the limit is x0 to x. In the right hand side we have dy, so the corresponding limit is for y, so y0 to y, x0, y0, x and y. Fine. Now integrate this, so we get y with limit y0 to y is equals to x0 to x f of xy dx. This is written as y minus y0 is equals to integral x0 to x f of xy dx. That means when you take this y0 in the right hand side, so y is equals to y0 plus integral x0 to x f of xy dx. This is equation number 2. Fine. Now when you solve this integral, you will see the difficulty is that y is unknown. We don't have any information about y. We have only the information regarding this initial value, initial condition. So here y is unknown. So how to find out this? This is the difficulty. So to resolve this difficulty, basically in place of y, we will use the initial guess. Initial guess is denoted by this y0 in superscript. That means the initial value of y at a point x0. So rather than using this variable value, we will use this constant value or initial guess. Okay. And then we will find out the value, next value, which is basically the improved value or first approximated value. Here we will, rather than using this value y, because y is unknown, so we will use the initial value of y and then we will find out the first approximated value of y here. Then first approximated value is substituted here and then get second approximated value. Fine. So likewise we will do multiple iterations at a given point. Once the value of y is evaluated at that point, then we will move to the next point and then find out the value using same procedure. So here first approximation is given by y1 is equals to y0 plus x0 to x f x y0. This is in superscript, this is in subscript. Remember this thing. So this is always fixed. However, this will vary iteration by iteration. So in first iteration, this is y0. When you are finding the second approximation, this y1 is substituted here. So we get y0 plus x0 to x f x y1. And then the overall value is denoted by y2, second approximated value, and so on. So after n iteration, after n minus 1th yn, the nth approximation is given by yn, which is nothing but y0 plus x0 to x f x y n minus 1 dx. So this is the formula of Picard's method. So I hope you understand the procedure. Now we will take example. So example is y dash is equals to x plus y, which is basically nothing but the function of xy with initial condition y at 0 is 1. Okay, so now target is obtain y at x equal to 0.1 and 0.2, correct up to third decimal place, and compare the results with exact solution. This is our target. Fine. So what is given to you? We have y dash is equal to x plus y. That means f of xy is already given to you. From this condition we can say that this is your x naught, this is your y naught. So x naught is 0, y naught is 1, which is can also be written in subscript form as y at 0 in superscript. F of xy is x plus y. Now we will use this where n is basically what? 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So put n is equal to 1 here. So y1 is equal to y naught plus x naught to x f x y naught dx. Fine. So what is y naught? Y naught is basically 1. So 1 plus x naught is 0. 0 to x. F of x y is basically this function. So put x equals to x and y as y naught. So we get x plus y naught dx. But what is y naught? Y naught is basically nothing but 1. So 1 plus 0 to x, x plus 1 dx. Integrate with respect to x and substitute the limit 0 to x. So we get 1 plus x square by 2. Fine. Now second approximation. Second approximation of y is equals to y naught plus 0 to x, x plus y1. First approximation of y. But first approximation of y is 1 plus x square by 2. So substitute this value herein. Because here we are interested in this. X plus y1. So 1 plus 0 to x. This is x. Y1 is this. So 1 plus x square by 2 dx. Again integrate. Then finally we get 1 plus x square plus x cube by 6. Okay. So we have first approximation, second approximation. Similarly, we can find out the third approximation. So y3 is 1 plus 0 to x, x plus y2, second approximated value dx. So 1 plus 0 to x, x, y2 is, we have already evaluated 1 plus x square plus x cube by 6 dx. Integrate and substitute the limit. So we get 1 plus x square plus x cube by 3 plus x4 by 24. Okay. So when x is 0.1, because what is our target? Our target is to find out y at 0.1 and 0.2. Correct up to third decimal places. So here y1. So put x equal to 0.1 because our target is to find out y at 0.1. So y1 first approximated value. So to find out y1 we will use this first approximation y1. So put x equal to here 0.1. So we get this value 1.105. Similarly find second approximated value with the help of this y2 as 1 plus x square plus x cube by 6. Put x is equal to here. Put x is equal to here 0.1. So we get 1.11016. Similarly, third approximation is evaluated with the help of this expression. So y3 is 1.11033. Now when you compare y2 and y3, you will see that up to third decimal places, here 110, they are same. Hence the solution is 1.110, which is correct up to third decimal place. Similarly, for x equal to 0.2, first approximation gives you 1.220, second approximation gives you 1.2413, and third approximation will provide you 1.2427. And from, if you will find out the next approximation, then you will definitely can say that the solution is 1.2427 because that will be same up to third decimal places. Okay, so I have not written evaluated there, but you can also, when you compare y4 with y3, then you will see that 1.242 is the exact solution. Okay. Now as far as the exact solution is concerned, solution is y dash is equal to x plus y. So this y can be taken in the left hand side. So y dash minus y is equals to x. Now integrating this. So first find out the integrating factor, which is nothing but e raised to the power minus x, because here we have minus 1. That's why. Now multiply both sides and then the solution is given by y e raised to the power minus x is equal to integral this x multiply by integrating factor e minus x dx plus constant. Okay, so y e raised to the power x is equal to, after integration we get this y e raised to the power minus x is equal to minus x e raised to the power minus x minus e raised to the power minus x plus c. Okay, from here you can take e raised to the power minus x common, and then here is also e raised to the power minus x. When you divide by this, so ultimately we get y is equal to minus 1 plus x plus c e raised to the power x. Now target is to find out the c. For this c we can use the initial condition. At x equal to 0, y is 1. So substitute these two here. So we get 1 is equal to minus 1 plus c. This will give you c is equal to 2. So put it here. So y is equal to 2 e raised to the power x minus 1 minus x. This is the exact solution. Now put x equal to 0.1 here. So y at 0.1 is 1.11034. Here we have evaluated the value numerically 1.110. So you can see that up to third decimal places both are same. Okay. Here y at 0.2 is 1.24281. Again when you compare, again you can see that this value is correct up to third decimal places. So this is the procedure. Okay. So I hope you understand the Picard's method. Fine. So this is the way you can find out the Picard's method. So here we have another example. So you can do yourself. So just note down y dash is equal to 3x plus y square. This is the problem subjected to y at 0 is equal to 1. Now find value of y at x equal to 0.1. Okay. So just evaluate the y at value 0.1. So same procedure. First find out the first approximation. So which is y naught plus x naught to x f at x y naught dx. But y naught is nothing but 1. So just substitute it here. Function is 3x plus y square. So 3x plus y. Y square means y naught whole square. So 1 whole square dx. After integration we get 1 plus x plus 3 by 2 x square. Second approximation is 1 plus 0 to x. Now this 3x plus y first approximation whole square. What is first approximation whole square? So first approximation is this, its whole square. So its whole square will be 1 plus 0 to x, 3x here, 3x, and y1 whole square means the whole square of this term. Will we provide you 1 plus x square plus 9 by 4 x4 plus 2x plus 3x cube plus 3x square dx. After integrating we get 1 plus x plus 5 by 2 x square plus 4 by 3 x cube plus 3 by 4 x4 plus 9 by 16 x raised to the power 5. Finally, so find out the value. First approximated value at 0.1 is 1.115. Second approximated value at 0.1 is 1.1264. Similarly, you can find out the third approximation, and finally you will get the solution. Okay, so this is the way. This is the third example. So I am not discussing this example. You can easily find out or note down here. So I am showing you. You just note down here this example, and you can clearly understood the method. So the problem is y1 is equal to 1 plus xy. Y at 0 is 1. Find the solution in the interval 0 to 1 with h is equal to 0.1. Okay. So in the interval 0 to 1 you want to find out the solution, and h is 0.1. So basically you have to first find out the first approximation expression, second approximation, and third approximation. Now term by term you have to evaluate. First you have to evaluate the value at 0.1, because here the interval is this 0 to 1 and the step size is 0.1. So first you have to find out 0.1, then 0.2, then 0.3, and so on and so on. Okay. So likewise, so here x naught is 1. Then you have to find out value at 0.1, which is denoted by y1. Y1 means y at 0.1, which is 1.105. So this is the way. First approximation is this, second approximation is this. So both are same up to correct third decimal places. So just take this. So this is the value at y at 0.1. Now we have y at 0.1. So now find out y2. Y2 first approximated value is 1.202. Second approximated value is 1.2027. So both are same. So that's why this is the value, and so on. So you have to reach 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, and then 1. So this is the way. Okay. So you have to evaluate yourself. Now we have Euler's method. Next method is Euler's method. So Euler's method is, problem is same. dy by dx is f of xy, y at x naught is y naught. Fine. So this is, here we have drawn the exact curve. This is the solution curve, exact curve. What is the strategy? The strategy is that this point is already given to you, x naught, y naught. So this is x naught, this is y naught. This curve passes through this point. So what we will do, just find out the line, this line which passes through this point, yani x naught, y naught, and having the slope at this point, the slope of the curve at this point, and slope can be easily evaluated with the help of dy by dx. This is nothing but provide you the slope. Okay. So here this step size is h. Between two consecutive x, h is fixed. Fine. So here is x naught, x1, x2, x3, and since step size is h, so xn can be written as x naught plus nh. Now the equation of the line passes through x naught, y naught, and having slope dy by dx at point x naught, y naught. This is given by this, y minus y naught is equals to x minus x naught multiplied by the slope dy by dx at point x naught, y naught. But dy by dx is nothing but f of xy. So just substitute here f of xy, which is evaluated at the point x naught, y naught. So that's why x minus x naught f at x naught, y naught. So now this y naught can be taken in the right hand side. So y is equal to y naught plus x minus x naught f at x naught, y naught. This is the expression. Now to find y1, y1 means the corresponding value of y at x1. Just put x equal to x1 here. So put x is equal to x1, but x1 is what? X naught plus h. So x naught plus h is your x1. So put it here. So y1 is equal to y naught plus x. X means what? X naught plus h. X naught plus h or x1, simply x1 minus x naught, because here x is x1, f of x naught, y naught. But x1 minus x naught from here is h. So y1 is equal to y naught plus h f of x naught, y naught. Fine. Similarly, equation of the line passes through, now we have y1, we have this height also, we have x1 also. So this point is already with us. So just now apply the same strategy, find the equation of the line which passes through x1, y1 and having the slope of the function f at point x1, y1. So here similarly the equation of the line passes through x1, y1 having slope dy by dx at point x1, y1, which is nothing but f of x1, y1. So again use the same expression, y2 will be, in place of 1 we have 2, in place of naught we have 1. So y2 is equal to y1 plus h f of x1, y1. Here we have 0, 0, 0, here we have 1, 1, 1, and then we have evaluated y2. Similarly, to find out this value here at yn, so yn is nothing but yn minus 1 plus h f of xn minus 1, yn minus 1. Or we can rewrite this as yn plus 1. N plus 1 is yn plus h f of xn, yn, where n is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. And this is known as the Euler's formula. Okay. Alternately, there is an alternate way using Taylor series. Just expand your y about x naught, because x naught is already given to you. So y at x naught plus h. Using Taylor series, so we get y naught plus h, y dash x naught plus h square by factorial 2, second derivative at x. Now truncate this at this. So just delete this part. So what we will get? We will get y at x1. This is nothing but x1 is approximated value as y naught plus h y dash x naught. What is y dash? Y dash is nothing but f. So f at x naught, y naught. And this is basically this formula. Okay. So this is the alternate way using Taylor series. So we can say that Euler's method is basically the Taylor's method, which is truncated at here at this point, that means first order. We are considering up to the approximation up to first order. Okay. So now example, using Euler's method, find an approximate value of corresponding to y corresponding to x equal to 1. Given that dy by dx is x plus y at 0 is 1. So here we have taken step size as 0.1. Now remember, if you will select small step size, then your number of iteration increases, but accuracy is much higher. If your step size is large, for example, you are not taking 0.1, rather than you are taking 0.5, then you will reach 1. From 0 to 1 you will reach in only 2 steps, but your error is high. Remember this thing. Okay. So here x naught is 0, y naught is 1, and we have selected h as 0.1. So actually there is a way how to select this h, but I am not discussing that thing here, but there is a way how to select a suitable h so that your method converges, and this is basically done in the stability analysis. This procedure is done in the stability analysis. Okay, so I am not discussing that part. So here x naught to xn, here x naught is 0, step size is 0.1, so x1 x2 you have to evaluate x1 x2 xn. Okay, so here we will do this in this tabular form. So this is the tabular form. So n 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10, because here we will get, this is y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, and this will basically provide you the value at 1. What is xn? Xn is 0, started from 0. Step size is since 1.1. So this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9 and then 1. Corresponding y. At 0, value is already given to you 1. So now use this xn and yn. Xn and yn, and use this formula. Yn plus 1 is yn plus h f of x and yn. You need to find out f of x and yn. So this is evaluated in this column. Dy by dx is nothing but f of x and yn, which is nothing but xn plus yn, because what is given to you, this is given to you, dy by dx, which is nothing but f of xy, x plus y. So this is, we have used it here, xn plus yn. Okay, and then once we have evaluated this f of x and yn, substitute it here and then find out yn plus 1. Okay, so here we have 0 and 1, just add these two, because here is the addition. So 0 and 1, add these two, so this is 1. Substitute this 1 here, so this is yn, this yn plus h 0.1, and this value is evaluated here 1, so put it here, so 1.1. Now substitute this value, because this is y for this n 0, this will become y1. So substitute this value 1.1 here. So now we have x1 y1, take their sum, which is 1.2. Now substitute this value in this formula, so we get 1.1, because y1 is this, y1 is what, 1.1 plus h, and this value f of x1 y1 is 1.2, substituted here, simplify 1.22. Now 1.22 substituted here, so now you have x2 y2, take their sum 1.42, substitute this value herein, so we get 1.36, because yn is at this moment, yn is this 1.22 plus 0.1 h and then 1.42, substitute, so we get 1.36 and so on. So here at last, this is basically xn 0.9, and this is y at 0.9 is 2.81, and then finally we have evaluated this y at 1. So this is the final value, y at 1, 3.18. So this is the solution. Okay, so this is the procedure. Here we have already shown you another example, so you just note down, dy by dx is y minus x upon y plus x, y at 0 is 1. So find the value y at 0.1 by Euler's method. So this is the tabular form, so just note down this, and finally here we have taken h as 0.02, and aim is to find out y at 0.1, value is at given you 0, so we have taken 0, 0.02, 0.04, 0.06, 0.08 and 0.1. So we have basically done, we have to done 5 calculations. Okay, so at 0 value is 1, and then dy by dx is basically f of x and yn is yn minus 1 minus yn minus n divided by yn plus xn, because this function is given to you. So find f here, so step by step, and then use this formula, and then finally find out the solution. So final solution is basically this is the final solution. Y at 0.1 is 1.0928. So this is the solution. Okay, I think you understand the method. So this is Euler's method. Okay, thank you.